Hello, everyone, and welcome to the After Dark. Chris Pine.
It's probably, it looks like the greatest D&D movie to ever come out.
I am genuinely super excited about it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun because it really taps into the silliness and the idea of we screwed things up so badly that we have to go on a quest to unscrew them.
I mean, I also say that because D&D movies have like the lowest fucking bar possible.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that
up. Jeremy Irons chewed the shit out of that scenery, though.
Yeah, he did fine.
Jeremy Irons.
He telegrammed that thing in. He didn't even phone it in.
He did it to pay off a house, actually.
Oh, really?
I swear to God, or he was in the middle of a divorce. Like I didn't watch the movie. I just saw like a making up. I'll watch it, but you're asking me to watch shit.
Another great idea, right? The new trailer for D&D comes out. Like, we should review the old one.
Yes.
Ooh.
I know.
Are you doing it?
I don't want to so badly. Like,
are we?
We can, but that's what I'm saying. I gotta stream it. We should stream us watching the D&D movie because I'm gonna be sitting through shit alone. I'm gonna be like, this is like.
I'll come over and watch it with you.
We should watch it because like I've
never seen it.
I had the DVD at one point.
Who was in it? Jeremy Irons.
Jeremy Irons.
Isn't Marlon Wayans in it too?
Yeah.
Well, because I bought the
Marlon Wayans is an
DVD
amazing actor.
before seeing the movie.
By the way.
I have done that with films though, but usually
Right.
only when I know one of the actors in it, and I trust them to give a good performance no matter what.
Yeah, Thora Birch was in it. I'm like, of course I'm gonna get this.
Oh.
I saw the trailer and I was super excited. Honestly, I saw the owlbear and I was like, yes, turn into an owlbear. Who cares if it's a
Displacer
monstrosity?
Beast!
Exactly.
The Displacer Beast.
And
was very
diving
cool.
into the gelatinous cube and watching the mimic chase him around the
Mimic
corner.
was great.
It was so great.
I think the end of the trailer when he's like a bard playing.
Yeah. You also play the lute.
Yeah.
And I mean, if that is not just how bards tend to be in D&D.
I plan.
So I was flipping one day. I was flipping through channels on the TV, and this movie came on, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is really good." It was like a fantasy movie, and I clicked info, and it's like Dungeons and Dragons 2, like Wrath of the Dragon God. I'm like, "Oh my god."
They made a second one?
Yeah.
I remember you talking about this.
But it was amazing.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, I got to turn this off. I need to see this from the beginning. So I turned it off, and then I think I rented the DVD or something. And that 5 minutes that I watched was the only good part of the movie.
I remember you talking about this.
Everything else was like, this is just garbage.
That's so funny.
That's how they sold you.
If that ain't how it is, though.
Because it was like, it was the end, and there was so much action and stuff happening. But I'm like, oh, the lead up to it, I'm like, it ruined that part.
That's funny.
Having seen the preview.
Yeah, I'm genuinely very hopeful for this one. It looks like that they're going for the absurdity of a D&D game and just leaning into the camp. I anticipate this being a popcorn film. I don't expect it to have any great drama or any great message or anything like that, and I'm okay with that. I think it's going to be fun.
Visuals are going to be
needs
amazing.
I agree. I think it needs to have more story, more plot. I think they are going to lean into the funny, but in my experience, D&D is both.
Well, yes,
No.
but I don't think it's going to try to take itself too seriously because I think when D&D tries to take itself seriously is when it starts to just.
I agree. No movie that like this that's made this will be a one-off, right? Like they're gonna at least leave the door open for franchise
They're banking
and
on
stuff, right?
I mean, you have to build up to Tiamat. Tiamat is like the quintessential D&D enemy. So if you're doing like a trilogy, for example, it would be leading up to, I think, Tiamat.
We talked about Tiamat a lot last season.
Who's the main best?
I still told him I was like, I have no fucking idea.
Can you see her from here?
In that box.
Yeah.
Oh, is it a dragon?
Five-headed dragon.
Many-headed dragon.
Many-headed
dragon.
Yes, she is the goddess of the evil dragons.
Okay.
And she has 5 heads, one for each of the
Chromatic type.
chromatic, yeah.
Yeah, the colors.
Me personally, I was most excited from one little thing that happened like near the edge of the screen, honestly, which was, I don't know, someone cast water, but it was an actual 5-by-foot cube.
I saw that too.
I was like, oh, that's great.
I thought that was a gelatinous cube. I was like, they jumped into that to escape a dog?
No, okay, first of all, that's a displacer beast. Check yourself.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Well, I thought they were running from a dog into a gelatinous cube.
There-
I was like, that
Well, they
seems like
were.
a bad idea.
They did.
But
Yeah.
was it water?
I think it's a gelatinous cube.
That's a, oh, that's a,
You can get out of those. It's just it's
thought
not a
it was
bad
your thing,
place
too.
to dive into. I mean, it's a
right.
terrible place
No, we
to
need
dive
to
into.
pull it
You
up
get
now.
hurt, but
Quest and
gotta
Chaos
make
is
it quick.
reviewing the trailer.
So
at
I mean,
this
they
moment.
definitely jump into a gelatinous cube because Comic-Con they had a. I saw a whole bunch of people taking photos from
In the
inside the
gelatinous
gelatinous cube.
Fun.
yeah,
awesome.
that's
Comic-Con.
great.
But yeah,
I liked how it looked. I mean, I have really no strong opinions about it whatsoever. It just, to me, I'm like, oh, they're doing like, it's like they're remaking Jumanji. Like, that's what I'm thinking. It's going to be one of those.
Yeah,
like,
but
it's a
good.
Jurassic World or a Jumanji or something like that.
Yeah, but the original Jumanji was good.
Oh, it was amazing. I didn't watch the remakes of the Jumanji.
I'm gonna be
So
honest.
that's
No one
what
should.
the vibe
No,
I'm
you should
getting.
watch the first one at least.
I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, really?
I didn't like the attire. I'm just gonna say it.
Of,
The
in
attire?
the
yeah.
trailer. Yeah.
I mean,
it was very like studio produced.
Oh, on the nose.
I agree.
It's like Into the Woods.
because I don't really remember what they were
Ish.
wearing. I wish it was more unique as to what it can be. But for me, it's like as long as they stick to a little accuracy of how weird these spells can get in D&D, that'll be fun. That'll show a little ounce of care.
And
I
If
think it's gonna
you've
be
got
fun.
a big budget, no one at Comic-Con should out wardrobe you.
Well,
Wait, who's producing it again? Oh, okay.
Warner
Joe,
Brothers?
Joe Manganiello did a lot of work on it, right?
The Russo
Excellent.
Hanging out. Oh, he loves that
Yeah, I
shit.
thought he
Yeah,
was
he's
like
such
the
a-
main
he's
guy
such a
pushing
D&D
for
Why
it.
isn't he in it?
they go to
might be.
Neverwinter, I believe,
Ooh.
Yes.
and it takes place there.
Nice.
There's also some.
Underdark.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
They go to the
What the
Underdark.
fuck are they doing down there?
No, I'm really very
God.
excited about it.
Nice.
How long is this movie?
It's
They
got
go from the surface to the Underdark
2
in,
hours.
in a movie?
Among
Yeah.
3-hour
they-
film at least.
what it
Come on. Give it to me.
I mean, 2 hours is now the minimum
I'm
for
sure
a
they can
blockbuster.
teleport, but like
Yeah.
that's a.
They fight
Oh,
It took
what's his
Dritz
face?
like a few
Minimum.
weeks,
Yeah.
right,
Oh,
to fight
yeah.
through it and get out. Yeah.
It needs to
it
be a
was
big
months. It was years.
Wasn't it months?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. He.
What's
I
the
don't
dragon
know.
spitting out?
Oh, acid.
They're
Oh,
not
that's really
necessarily
fun.
going
Because
to
the
men's
green
why are
or
they
men's.
spitting out
But
rock
yeah,
or
okay.
something?
The greener
How far do you
Black.
gotta go into the
Whoa.
Underdark before you come across like civilization? Or are they just like
We're just
looking
watching
for
this.
stuff?
You guys.
love it.
Oh, I won't say anything.
All right.
Also, the new Lord of the Rings trailers. Oh my
Oh my
god.
God.
I haven't
Oh
seen
my
them yet.
God.
I haven't seen
Oh,
them
you
yet.
really
Blah,
should.
blah, blah.
I really feel like I'm excited for them, knowing little about them, right? But
I'm excited about them knowing a lot about that particular like time frame.
that's great.
Oh, I
I'm
didn't
excited
know
because
they
it
were-
seems like they're very
Class.
respectful to the Peter Jackson films. You know what I mean? It feels like they keep a lot of the aesthetics in there, which is very smart to do. But it looks like Lord of the Rings, Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings, and not Peter Jackson's The Hobbit. And I appreciate
yeah.
that a lot.
Thank goodness.
I saw the just snippets from the costume designs of the orcs. Sold.
Oh, yeah?
As long as they look that good, like I don't think it's CGI. I thought it looked like real makeup and real costumes on top of these people, and just like that's the realism I want again.
I'll be really interested to see the behind the scenes stuff of it because one of the things that really made Lord of the Rings for me was how many practical effects they did and how like they spent time making like miles of chain mail.
I
They
still
did a lot of work.
They put so much work into
Yeah.
it. They had like 7 different copies of the One Ring that fit in with different people because there were different sizes that were needed to make it like just.
When it's in a Hobbit hand versus Gandalf. I didn't really pick it up, but yeah.
I didn't know John Francis Daley wrote the screenplay and is directing Dungeons and Dragons, the movie.
I don't know what that is.
Freaks and Geeks. He's the geek in Freaking Geeks.
Oh.
Freaks and Geeks.
Show me.
This guy. Do you remember him from Freaks and
He's
Geeks?
on like Bones or something.
And he was on Bones
Yeah.
too.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
But he's like a huge nerd, so that's kind of. I think that's
love
going
it.
to be.
Well, and
good
I think that
work.
that's one of the things that really sells me on both the D&D film and the Rings of Power series. I read an interview with the creators of the Rings of Power series where I really felt like they understood the heart of what Tolkien was going for.
Ooh.
Where it was very much, yes, there are these big scary things happening, but it's about love, it's about family, it's about community, and it's about using that love, family, and community against the great darkness.
Have
Is
you
this
seen-
pre or post the ring?
This is
War?
pre, so
Yeah.
so Sauron is
Leading
still
up.
Sauron is still a person or a person.
Still a
of
good
fury.
guy?
Yes, he's able to convince the Ringmaker that he is still a good guy. This is in the Second Age. So everything that happens in Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit is in the Third Age. This is the Second Age. This is well before any of that.
Have
Didn't
you
the Third Age start with
seen-
Sauron dying? No?
I don't remember. I'd have to look at the timeline again.
Yeah.
There's a movie about Tolkien when he was a boy,
think the
right?
Second
When he
Age-
was in a war, the First World War.
It's called Tolkien.
Was it?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I have, yeah.
Is it good?
I liked it. Don't have huge expectations for it, but it's a fun little film and it's nice. Yeah, I think you should give it a look. I think they could have done more with it, but it was not bad. I'll put it that way. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Because that came up because I was like, well, how far back do they have to guess at Tolkien's intentions? He was like fairly modern writer.
They had a lot of notes.
So many notes. His like there are full published books that are his notes.
But Nicholas Hoult is in it as Tolkien.
Oh, I like him.
He does good work.
Good, because I thought you were cut off before saying Nicolas Cage was in it.
Oh no!
That'd be amazing. They need to work him into the new Lord of the Rings.
No!
No?
Anybody seen Massive Talent?
Make him an orc or something. I'd love to see that.
You are correct. The Second Age ended with the big fight that we saw at the top of the Fellowship of the Ring. That was the end of the Second Age, the beginning of the Third.
Ah, there it is. So that's the timeline. The third ends with.
The third ends with the ring being destroyed.
Yeah.
When the fingers were cut off and Isildur took the ring, and that enormous fight at the beginning of Fellowship of the Ring, that is the end of the Second Age.
I was there, Gandalf.
Yeah.
I mean, Elrond is real old.
So cool. Oh my god, when I saw him in the past too, like there, and in the future when I was watching Lord of the Rings as a kid, I was like, Elrond's such a badass.
He is. I mean, he was Gil-galad's standard bearer, and Gil-galad originally had the Ring of Water and passed it to him. Don't push this button with me. I will just keep going.
Great, I love it. That's awesome.
But can Gandalf turn into an owlbear?
No.
That's right.
I'm out.
He is no druid.
He's a wizard. Well, actually,
He
technically,
created
He's
the
a wizard,
element.
Harry.
technically he's an angel, but sure.
Oh, God. All right, that is going to wrap it up for this episode of The After Dark, which was all movie talk. Good times. Good
We
times.
did warn
And the
them.
show was great too. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, sure, okay. Yeah, sure, cool.
Yeah, shows
Does
fun.
anybody else have a
That
hard
was
time
great.
picking up D4s?
Yes,
Yeah.
D4s are difficult,
Like-
and I actually got to use the mechanic that I came up with for the blessing.
But apparently when I
Oh,
dropped
your
them, I dropped them
thing?
hard.
Yeah. Something's happening. Come on, female presenting today. Male presenting
I marked
tomorrow.
it.
I love that.
M is heads. Female is tails.
I like that M is heads.
Well,
On that bombshell.
joke.
with this group,
Another one.
it kind of had to be.
Another one.
Yeah, and another one.
I like how somebody mentioned earlier in this After Dark, where like, you can't, Dungeons and Dragons can't be all serious. It has to be some levity and fun. And I was like, oh, we should put more fun in our game. This is too serious. It's too serious.
Yeah.
It'll just all be dick jokes.
That's why I was like, Lalak, let's train and we talk about the thing.
You're serious.
Like, and I'm just spinning you. Well, it all started.
Okay.
What the fuck's up with the accent?
Just like the Lord of the Rings, we're really going to end this time for the fifth time. Goodbye.
So funny.
We're
We're just gonna
done.
take the Eagles all the way there.